The mindset for concussions definitely wasn't something I focused on early on. Um, Even when I felt demotivated for the longest time starting off, because doing everything was hard. It was different. I wish I didn't have a concussion at the time. Um, I wish I didn't have this setback, and I didn't take it with grace. I just wanted to get it over. I wanted to move on. But the mindset was a huge part of getting better without actually getting better. Especially if you are like part of that 10% of the victims of concussions that experience PCS, have the mindset that you've already changed. Don't just go into a concussion and say, I have this goal, I want to do this, and make unreal expectations for yourself because you're not the same person that you were. You cannot do everything that you used to be able to do. And that's not to say that you're still not yourself, but you will need to understand that, you might need to change something and do less sometimes in order to achieve more. And that was hard for me starting off. I definitely made it hard on myself by aiming too high, and I'll talk about that later. But yeah, a lot of dealing with concussions is in the mind. So your mindset is obviously revolving around positivity. One of the things I struggled with was definitely respecting myself in a lesser state. I used to be able to talk forever, have conversations, snappy comebacks, study easy. Like I used to never have to study for anything just because my mind consumed knowledge so easily. Um, and I never had to worry about anything when it came to intelligence. That was before my concussion. After my concussion happened, I couldn't let that go. I couldn't stop thinking about how much different I was and how much I wished this never happened. And I wasn't in the mindset of I need to accept this. I need to find ways around this. And maybe that concussion has made me a better problem solver. But at the time, it definitely wasn't easy to accept it. So when I was hit with these setbacks, it wasn't easy and I didn't really focus on it. I think when I started accomplishing tasks that I couldn't do previously is when I started to realize that I am now better than I was before. Now, when I say that, I don't mean better as my concussion is better, but me as a person is better. I feel like I focused way too hard on the state of my concussion is the state of my happiness. It's not the truth. It's your concussion isn't your life, it's just part of your life. So, um, when I started accomplishing things that I couldn't do previously, like maybe I started winging some stuff, like conversations with people. I just asked to sit down at like a table or something in college and brought myself out more. I definitely tried to do things that I wasn't comfortable with doing, or I wouldn't even do prior to the concussion, even with a fully functioning brain. So doing that change and trying to accomplish things that I couldn't accomplish earlier, not because they were necessarily more difficult, more intense, but I guess just what I wasn't willing to try when I was 100% good. So my dad actually had a quote up in the gym the other day, and it said something along the lines of, "If you're still focused on yesterday, then you clearly haven't done enough today." And I think that can really relate to the mindset. If you're always focused on, "Oh, I'm such in like a bad my headspace. I cannot get better. I don't have the freedom that I used to have of mind." Um, just all the negative parts that your brain really sticks with. Obviously, that day that you're having those thoughts, I mean, it's just going to be clouded by it. You're not going to be able to move on. And that's what I feel like the mindset should be. Um, Start making the strides to normalcy with achievement. Progress outside of the concussion, because for the most part, it felt like just like a waiting game. Medicines don't help. All you can do is mitigate. Rome wasn't built in a day. Don't try to fix it. You might get a lot of um, I don't know. You might feel really hyped up in a day to make the strides, make that change to fix it. And the next day you might not be motivated to do anything. You might just go about your day. Take it situation by situation, um, and progress outside of your concussion. Try to make those achievements. I feel like when when I started getting more comfortable to start trying new things, I feel like I often compared myself to other people, which really shouldn't be the case, especially when you're not in a healthy state to do that. If that makes any sense. Comparing grades, comparing um, anything really. It shouldn't be you versus this person, or it should just be you versus you. Are you trying better than you did yesterday? Are you trying to get better? And if the answer is no, that's okay. But try to make that attempt to do something about it. Because I felt like, oh, with time, this is going to change. With time, things are going to get better. And then that might not necessarily be the case. Take a situation by situation. Do what you can. Try the attempt. Don't compare yourself to other people. You're great in your own mind. Even if you are brought down by this monster of a health situation, you know, you're going through it. Whether you had the choice or not to go through it, which we don't, you still are. Give yourself that leeway. It's not easy. And don't act like it is, but it's amazing that you're going through it, that you are getting better and doing these hard things even when you're already knocked down. And not everybody's knocked down with a concussion, but if you are in that mindset that you are knocked down, like, try to make that change. Try to get up, try to do something, find new ways. And yeah, I think friends are also a big part of dealing and recovering. And it's okay to ask for help when you need it. Like, some days I just be so clouded. My head couldn't think, couldn't, like, too much of a headache. Maybe mindset is focused on not being able to remember some things. Talk to your friends. And yeah, some of them might not care. That's okay. They're not your friends. Those are the type of stuff you don't forget. And also, I mean, if you do often forget that, write it down. It's important. Keep the closest people to you close. Sometimes, like, I couldn't even communicate with other people. I remember just asking my buddies, like, hey, can we hang out tonight? Can I just have this night? They understood. They understood. Those are my friends. Other people at college, like, hey, do you mind helping me with this? The ones that, if they ask questions like, hey, what do you need this for this certain reason? And I'll be like, I don't really feel like talking about it right now. And they're okay with that. Those are your friends. Having a good friend group. And maybe if you're not in a good friend group right now, like, maybe that could be one of your achievements or goals. Try to find people that support you for what you are right now. Maybe this isn't permanent, but what you are right now. There's a lot of things you can do. Finding a better friend group is one of them. Have people that bring you up and care for you. That'll help with the mindset. And it's a big part of it, having good people around you. So yeah, mental toughness. Change the topic. It's not easy to try and change when you're so unmotivated to do anything. Take it slow, love yourself. Even for like the little things that you do every day. Maybe you're holding the door for somebody, or saying thank you, or have a good day to somebody. Some days just like lie down and think about it. Be like, man, I really did do. If somebody said that to me, I would have felt great. Like, I'm glad that I did that. Celebrate every moment that's positive. There's always a reason to celebrate. There's always when good is an outcome of it. I feel like a lot of the time when I was starting off, I aimed so high. I had these goals that I knew that I was worth. I want this position. I want to be able to achieve these grades. I want to make money on the side, and I want to do this, this, and this. What if you miss? What if you aim so high? What if you miss? Are you ready to miss? The answer for me was no. And when that happens, you just fall down. I realize that you cannot brute force situations like this. You have to take it slow. Do what you can. And whether you learn that on your own or take my advice, I'm sure it will benefit you. Don't try to just heavy your way through it. You can do your hard things when you're not at your best. Try to find that light in the dark and be willing to make the change, or to attempt to make that change. I feel like when you're narrow-minded about something like such as a concussion, it's hard to take a step back and look at your situation as a whole. You are great right now. I mean, you're still functioning, and even if it is difficult, be worth it. Be worth this struggle. Take it up. Try to make a change. I hope everybody's sleeping good. I hope you're trying hard in whatever you do. And I hope everybody realizes that their struggles will come into light one day, and that they will be worth something. Thank you for making this far in the video. It just stopped raining as I said that, so maybe that's a sign. Make someone smile today. Love yourself. Carry yourself with a positive, worthy mindset, because this concussion isn't your whole life. It's just part of what makes you you. Besides that, I hope you all take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, or enjoy the rest of your night. You'll be all right. Take care. Bye-bye.